Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and Iratus, Wrath of the Necromancer. On Eternal Harvest 5, we resume the awakening of the Supreme Lord.
The dead have no need for rest, and neither do I.
Of the dead, who apparently has no need for rest, so that is Iratus' hint for us to get straight into it. But I do have a few things to comment on from last time before we do. First things first, courtesy of Shazikil's insight, which I do rather wholeheartedly agree with. When it comes to defense, vigor is not the only means. There is armor, resistance, block, and ward, and of these, I think vigor is very good. But block and ward are also incredibly potent, being able to completely negate the next physical or magical attack, and Shazikil's suggestion was to lean more into the ward than the block, which I do think is a pretty good suggestion. Of course, ward can also negate very annoying mechanics such as marks, and stuns, and sleeps, and debuffs, and all of these things that we'll be encountering and lamenting in the near future. In fact, this very next encounter has an unfortunate creature that loves to mark things, so we will be wearing the warding pendant for now, but we'll probably be doing a bit of a dance between the warding pendant and the Archmage pendant to replenish our mana, since we are rather wholeheartedly ignoring the graveyard. And on that excellent transition, Scott recommended that we begin hoarding our Digger Souls because, of course, we have located the key. A puzzle piece most potent to create the most powerful build the world has ever seen. But the lovely creations that use the Ashes of the Burned Witch to most efficiency do require a lot of talent points to make these work, because they are none other than the very squishy Fallen Dhampir. If I can find them in the list, there they are. I do love them so. They have like the best aesthetic. And to survive, they do need a lot of block and ward. They can have 2 upgrades max, which gives them 3 total. And if we're going to be rocking double Dhampir, it's going to cost a lot of points, which means a lot of Digger Souls. And we are going to begin the pivot on the 3rd floor, so I would like to have enough ashes to fully legendary at least 1 Dhampir, which is 80 times 4, which is a lot. And speaking of quick math, my brain failing, thank you, Solus, for answering my summon and informing me of how this scales. The 40% scaling of the baseline cocoon and the spiky cocoon means that every 25 vigor she will get 1 more hit point recovery. Assuming that it scales upwards, like the rounds upwards, we should be getting the next recovery point in our next vigor upgrade. Solus, the exact number Solus provided was 163, and with 1 more stat upgrade of vigor, we will be at 165. So we should, in theory, be recovering 7 vigor instead of 6. Each turn the vigor inside the spiky cocoon. The next upgrade that Solus mentioned was 188, which is actually impossible for the Widow to reach without the Spirit Chainmail. So we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. Of course, if you do wish for more healing from our cocoon, the Invigorating Cocoon is quite nifty. Actually, now that I just said that out loud. So we have 2 more, that's 170. With the Durable Materials talent, that's 178. And with this upgrade, that's 188 exactly. So we can actually perfectly test if we can get the final upgrade for Vigor. Perfect. I mean, calculated. I mean, you get the point. And the last thing, of course, I do my best always to respond to comments, and sometimes comments just get lost in the void that is the internet. I don't know what happens to them. Sometimes I can see them in my notifications, but I can't interact with them. So, if after a while you don't have a comment and or a heart thingy, which I guess means I loved it, but I do that just so people know that I saw it, on your comments, it's possible YouTube just threw it away. I don't know why they do that. I tell them not to. I tell them to let every comment through. But, you know, sometimes they just don't play ball. Okay, now that I've gone over all that, I'm pretty satisfied with what we have here. We could consider dropping the Spiderweb, because this is going to be a very dangerous fight. Dwarven Berserker, Dwarven Warrior, Elite Dwarven Trader, and a Dwarven Oracle. I'm a little spooked. So let's drop this.
It embellishes my undead features, no?
And let's go into combat. Glorious combat. So we have two new characters here. One of them is most irritating, and that is, of course, this one, the Elite Trader. He has 2 block and 2 ward, apparently. No feature, but he directly counters almost every build that I enjoy playing because of his stance that he enters, and if any friendly creation is hit by a debuff, or excuse me, if I hit any enemy with a debuff or a direct attack when he is in that stance, they will get a buff and they'll remove all of their debuffs. So it's a direct counter to basically all of our builds, which makes me sad, which is why I'm debating with Baron Rivendare to begin the debuffing or wait. I might wait, because if I can get Loth to pull the trader out of position, I'm going to do that. Also, the Oracle is here. 2 block, 4 ward. This is the support character for the dwarves. She will escape if she is the last remaining squad member. She has several buffs, healing, in the form of regeneration. She can mark your creations, so wards are... I miss. Wards are very potent against her. Yes, do that. Don't get into your stance, just do that. Which is why we are wearing the warding pendant instead of anything else. There's the mark. Attempt. Get wrecked. Do we just go in for the kill? I think we do. I like being greedy, but I don't want to be overly greedy, you know?
Death.
Is this damage? No. Feels bad. Oh well. That was still 194. There we go. Hello, welcome to the front line. Unfortunately, I won't be able to kill this if I drop another agony on it, so I think I begin the debuff on the trader. Begin the debuff train. Owie. Loth is going to have to go into a cocoon here in but a moment. That is unfortunate for us. Do your job. Unfortunate, but not the end. We'll go ahead and provide for some protection for Loth. Also, I would like to bait this in the face.
Predestined.
Ah! Allfoot, you had one job. Like to just mention, there it is. The annoying heal. That, this video is going to go up earlier. I think I'm going to reap it.
Brave are an excellent source of fresh corpses.
So I did that sleeping thing. I did that sleeping thing again. There we go. Also, this is his stance, by the way. Let me actually read it instead of my attempt to remember it from memory. Whenever an ally takes targeted damage, remove all debuffs from them, restore 20 sanity, and increase initiative by 2 until the end of battle, and it will move the trader 1 position forward. Very importantly there, it notes ally, which means you can still hit the trader and it won't do anything. Which is nice. Very nice. That's not nice. It's not nice at all. Lady. How do I get rid of this? I don't, do I? No. I could dispel. If I just... Wait, you're dead. Okay, never mind. No need. There is no need. I think I just kill you. It's worth remembering the Dwarven Warrior is... Oh. Never mind. He's fine. He's just gonna sit there. So we basically won now. Yay! Well, this video was supposed to go up earlier, and I, just did that sleeping thing again. And I even debated just, like, skipping today, so that I could be well rested and prepared. But I was like, nah. Our tale must be told. There are no breaks for the dead. Even a necromancer.
Become part of the breathless tide.
So sorry this came up a little later. But hey, it's here. I help. I still have to do the whole uploading bit. Wow, okay. Was that the damage? It was the damage. Thank you, Halo.
As your suffering ends, your service begins.
There aren't too many things replacing the Halo. Oh, the Horned One's level 12 now. There aren't many things that I would want to replace the Halo with, but if we can find the Nails of Pain, which increases crit damage by 20% and reduces crit damage taken by 20%, that'd be a pretty good upgrade. Specifically in conjunction with Fate. So we can upgrade Maim. I might do that just for the... Yep.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
So Maim is the Bone Golem's way of interrupting stances. It's not the most reliable thing in the world just because it doesn't ignore block, and the Bone Golem has terribly low accuracy. So I always upgrade it into Mutilate just for the bonus health. It also debuffs them, reducing their damage, but... Vigor! Vigor. Ooh. Okay. We have a Dwarven Hammer? Is that what they're called? Berserker and Elite. What are those things called? The 2-position thing. I don't remember. It's a machine. The Elite Automaton. There we go. The hammer has 6 block and 6 ward. What is this world? Okay, so the hammerer. He has a 50% chance to redirect an attack from an ally standing behind the hammerer to itself. Redirection enemies are always very annoying. He also has a few troublesome attacks. The worst one is he'll enter a stance, which is like a power-up, and then he'll slam next turn his hammer and deal a ton of magic damage to your entire team. So very important to keep that interrupted. I think we're just going to kill him, though. We're going to skip all those steps. But here's the Elite Automaton. It is the 2-position enemy for the 2nd floor. It does not escape, it cannot be moved, it takes up 2 adjacent positions, it is immune to ignition, immune to stress, and it explodes when starting their turn with 10% or fewer vigor, dealing 75% magical damage to all minions. In the grand scheme of things, that explosion damage isn't that significant. So it's not like something you have to really worry about, but that doesn't stop me from worrying about it. It's not terrifying.
Strength through pain.
Excuse me, good sir. I didn't want to move. I'm here to slap. It doesn't do too many horrifying things. It's nowhere near as dangerous as... Now it's gonna make me pay for saying that.
Toss them in with the rest.
It's nowhere near as dangerous as what I think are the most dangerous of the creation's enemies. 2-position enemies. But it is annoying. As you can see, it messed up Filth pretty good. So, we'll deal with it in time. I think the Berserker presents a more immediate threat. I would love to spit on that again, but I think I'm just going to Cocoon. Also, our debuff build is kind of meh against the Automaton. I'm going to have to either... I'm going to have to switch. These 2 games change. It's because I was talking all that shit about it. It heard me and it wasn't pleased.
This never gets old.
And that's why the Nails of Pain are awesome. Alright. Again, I want to spit, but we're going to protect Halford. See? I saw that coming from a mile away. I guess I just protect Loth a little bit. I knew it was going to hit me. I knew it. Does this recover mana yet? Yes. So I can't ignite it. I guess I'm just going to be reaping it here in a few turns. Alright, time to protect. I called it. Again. Thankfully, the Spider Venom is really strong against the 2-position enemies because they tend to have just a ridiculous amount of health. So, not a whole lot of debuffs going out right now because Loth is providing them, as well as providing protection. A slow burn, this one. See? I knew it. I was going to be a little greedy and spin on it, but it would have just killed Halford there. Little sod. Oh well. I think we can reap it? Yeah. Let's get the reap. I need the Scythe of Oblivion already. Baron, you need to level up. Ooh, the Cursed Grimoire. Each round of combat, Iratus recovers 30 Wrath. One-time use. Very good item. Very good. Oh, yeah.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
Do we need a double distill? I guess it depends which path we're taking, huh? Let us observe the labyrinth before us. As far as quests are concerned on the second floor, what do we know about him? We know... not much, actually. There's a new one, I think. I don't actually know. Double flamethrower this direction, though. That's a little deterring. Can't say I'm into that direction at all. I kind of want to go to the right. I'm kind of going to the right. Yep, okay. We're just going to leave all that over there. Away from us. Now for the Baron Rivendare, this is an upgrade that I always ponder. For the Q, which we don't use very often, Dissection, I really like Hateful Dissection. This restores Wrath equal to 50% of the damage dealt, which is a lot most of the time. But there's also the thought process of going with Soul Dissection to restore mana. It is worth noting it's less mana than the Hateful Dissection, but without the Essence of Mind, would it be worth? I don't know. So I think I'm just going to stick with what I know.
I expect results.
Which is Wrath. Because, of course, you can use this to generate the Wrath and then Scythe next turn, because you can Scythe from any position, which is awesome. As for the stat points for the Baron, I hope no one is surprised. I'm a little concerned about the mech bros and the damage they can put out, but I'm not that concerned about it. Mildly concerned. The run of Halos, huh? These are all actually pretty good in their own way. So we have the Cannibal's Jaw. We actually have one of these. The minion receives 24 attack and 24 dread when an ally dies. As mentioned, this was buffed in the pre-patch, and it's now pretty good. 24 is a lot. That's a lot of numbers. The problem with the Cannibal's Jaw is, first of all, your allies have to die, and second of all, it can be dispelled, we discovered in the last run, so that's still mildly disappointing. That. The Mechanical Eye. The minion's abilities cannot miss. There are a few creations that this is just beautiful with. One that they were talking about in the Discord, actually, that I hadn't thought of was the Unfrozen. He's not known for his accuracy, but his accuracy is nowhere near as bad as the Headhunter. Oh, the Headhunter. I don't even use the Headhunter without the Mechanical Eye. It's that bad. So we will be picking this up to open a pathway to some perhaps fun shenanigans should we find the opportunity to do so. But just to mention the Halo of Chaos once more. At the start of each turn, the minion receives one random bonus until the end of turn. It is a very potent bonus, and we have seen it put in a lot of work thus far. But again, we're picking up the Mechanical Eye.
More for me.
Options, options, options. So we have a Dwarven Warrior, a Trader, Elite Dwarven Oracle. No, the last one is the Trader. Is that an Alchemist? I always get, like, there's these three dwarves who I cannot... my brain cannot fathom what they are. It is an Alchemist, okay. I just always mix it up. Every single time. The priority here is the Trader, but he's pretty far away. I think we're going to see if we can snipe the Oracle to not deal with that. Because not dealing with the Oracle sounds like something I'm into. Okay. Hawker. We will be protecting Halford, who is currently weak. And we will be trying to kill this. Is this damage? Reduction.
Death predestined.
Sometimes RNG favors you and sometimes it doesn't.
Death
Thankfully,
delivered.
she's dead. Congratulations, everyone. We have won the fight. That's cute. No. Now we kill the Trader for being annoying. The Dwarven Warrior did receive the buff, but I'm not that concerned. It's plus 50% damage, sure. But I ain't scared no ghost. We'll just apply Ward to Loth because moving them around would be very annoying. What are we doing now? Another damage reduction. I think you still have the Glass Dagger buff though, so... Kill them again? Another one. I'm gonna have to equip the Archmage's Pendant. The Warding Pendant's all fun and good, but I'm out of stuff, so... I'm out of the blue stuff. I need to drink. Omega lol. Remember, the chains, the moaning chains, scale with... You're just dead, right? Yes. The moaning chains scale with debuffs and buffs. So, you know.
Ooh, this one voided its bowels just as it died.
I guess I'm just gonna kill you. I do have the Wrath, though. Okay. I'm gonna Scythe it. I wonder how this would work. Because they're both redirecting to each other. It probably only redirects once per creation. That's how some of the rules work. So if the Alchemist were to attack Halford, it would redirect to Loth. Then would it redirect back? I kind of want to find out. Guess we're going to find out. Okay, just kidding.
Mop up the gore. I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
Another grim visage. Terrifying visage. It's grim and terrifying. All minions receive 10% extra damage dealt until the end of combat. Wunderbar.
Now I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than previously.
I think we're looking at the Ire tree right about meow. We could get durable materials and open up the path for necromancy power, which is probably really good with how much we're distilling. We're using most of our magic on Fate anyway, so I wouldn't say we have the room for infectious lunacy. Alright, I've convinced myself. We're back to alchemy. It doesn't take me much convincing to go back to alchemy, though, if we're all just being serious for a moment. I'm always serious. I am a true necromancer. Ooh, let's take this opportunity to restore our mana and put this back on.
It embellishes my undead features.
We might be using the terrifying visage depending. Okay. Actually, should I just yeah.
Finally, this item finds its way into my capable hand.
Is there something here that would help me? Explosive mixture is always cute. Vampire blood's interesting. I kind of wonder how strong the Cursed Flame can become. Never tried it. 7%. Not worth at all. Vulnerability could cause a one-shot again. Cleansing Potion. This might be good. I'm kind of curious how it scales as well. The Cleansing Potion I'm thinking of for the... specifically for the mark. Okay, just have some trash blood.
With knowledge and will comes victory.
Because then I can remove the mark without actually expending a spell. So we are encountering our first full elite squad of the floor. Elite Hammerer, Elite Musketeer, Elite Trader, Elite Heavy Flamethrower. If you heard those words and asked me, or questioned, what is the priority target here? My answer is all of them. Each and every one of them. They're all freaking terrifying. My dear Loth. My dear beloved Loth. What are we going to do? So we have a new enemy here, and that is the Heavy Fire Thrower. Flamethrower, whatever. This is a horrifying enemy that can be easily countered, but if you ignore it for even a moment, you're going to live to regret it. Or die to regret it. Probably die. It has 2 moves. That's it. Move 1, it enters a stance, gains armor and resistance, and moves forward. The elite version, I believe, moves forward 2 positions, while the normal one moves forward 1 position. Because the goal of its life is to get into the first position. Once it reaches that first position, it will then spam its fire thrower on your entire party, giving you a huge ignition debuff. And making you lament your entire existence. So, I'm thinking our first turn is going to be to web. This keeps the Musketeer in the 3rd position as well. To open up the Baron's attack works. It is unfortunate that the sequence of events happened where we did lose the glass dagger buff on Halford, but our good Baron still has it, so I think we're going to go with that play. It does open Loth to a bad position, being in first. But you know, she's a demon queen. I'm sure she can manage somehow. Here we go, team. Yes, hide there. So with the Baron, we're actually going to go ahead and try and kill the Musketeer. With Loth, we're protecting Halford, because the Marksman's Musketeer is probably going to try and shoot him. We're even going to give him a slap, I think. I do rate the Fire Thrower as a more immediate threat than the Musketeer. Lel. But I think we can kill the Musketeer and call it a good day. You can't move. You're dead. Yes? 20? Yes. Barely dead. Being given block and ward by that is annoying, but not the end of the world. I can't pull it forward even if I grip it. I can ignore it one more turn. Rune 2. Oh yeah, didn't that launch or something? They're doing an event, I think, where if you kill the developer, you get something. Which sounds fun, kind of. I think we're going to try and kill the Fire Thrower, because I can't pull him forward with the thingy. You're dead. We reposition. I can wait, but it's risky because the hammer can upset this position. I won't be able to fate though, unfortunately, but I think it's fine. I'm going to delay to see if the hammer, well.
This is my kind of entertainment.
Thankfully, we took that one upgrade that lets us pierce ward with our interrupt. The Baron has lost the dagger buff now. You're taking a ton of damage, but you will be in the first position. I could... I don't know what to do, actually. He's insane. He's dead next turn. He's unlucky as well. Very nifty. We will be interrupting the stance with the Baron, because I'm not having any of that. I could have showed you what it did, but I told you. It hurts. That's all you need to know. All one must know about the threat before it...
Death predestined.
...is that it is dangerous. Offered. It's funny, the Traitor is the only evasive enemy on this floor. Like, literally the only one. Okay, you're dead. Let's get you up here. I could reap him to guarantee it, but I think we're just going to punch.
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
Or, excuse me, not guarantee it, but the other word. Get the healing. That's the other thing. The other word, but the other thing. My delay with the Horned One was calculated. Are you dead? 28? No. Okay. Hello. Now you're dead. Accuracy? Aw. The accuracy would have been nifty. Okay, I'm tired of missing now. I've been spoiled by the mechanical eye too. Like, using the mechanical eye is just the greatest feeling in the world. Never missing. Loth? What is your accuracy again? 129. Oh wow, look at that. 166 on the Baron. Accuracy. Nice.
Death predestined.
Slip. Okay, now you're dead. Perfect.
You know, if this keeps up, I'll be
second
done
brain.
purging the world ahead of schedule.
At the start of each round, the menu receives 3 attack and 3 dread. Until the end of combat, cannot stack more than 5 times. At the end, as plus 15, which isn't bad. This isn't bad. It doesn't scale the highest in the world, but early on, it could be a big difference. And I would consider us kind of early on. I mean, we're on the 2nd floor. We're early on. We're just... You have 141 baseline accuracy, and you were still missing. What about you, Halford? 133. This can be improved. And it gets 8 on the next level up. Alright. That's what we're doing. Halford is getting that. Now we continue our tradition of sacrificing Kirvets.
Hardly an inspiring leader, but irrelevant for the armies of undead.
And he has provided us many, many boons. So, you know, keep it up, I guess. I'll take a third ashes. Okay. Well, it's a good item. It's just not the most useful. The skeleton, this is the skeleton's unique item. The skeleton becomes receptive to buffs, but still immune to debuffs. It basically counteracts the downside of his feature, which is that he is immune to buffs and debuffs. That includes stun and sleep and the like, so it's actually very powerful. And you can use this. It used to be called the Witching Bone, and I really liked that name. I'm not a huge fan of the Enchanted Bone, so if I refer to it to the Witching Bone, that's why. But the Witching Bone, it scales incredibly well with Smite, which attacks twice, dealing 50% magical damage, or excuse me, physical damage per attack, performs an additional attack for each buff on the target. So there is actually a build for Eternal Harvest 5 specifically, I guess you could use it elsewhere, where you upgrade that into Vorpal Smite, which gives you a 4% chance to insta-kill the target, it's a non-boss, and you run double Skeleton with Vorpal Smite, along with double Lost Soul, to spam the Stream of Delusion to give enemies the initiative buff, and then you just fish for the insta-kill from the Vorpal Smite. It's not the most interesting build in the world, but it works most of the time, some of the time. Dwarven Warrior, Elite Automaton, and the Dwarven Oracle. How many automatons are we going to fight? I don't know. Blaze your beds now. I am going to kill the automaton. I'm afraid of it because of that. So we're going to be repositioning with the Baron to bring Holford into Loth's loving arms. And I think we're just gonna have to accept this.
You will soon embrace your new existence.
Good. We blocked the wards. Perfect. Okay, so we didn't get a redirect here, but I still think it was worth, probably. I have so many options. Some of them are good. We'll go ahead and start working on the Dwarven Warrior. We'll open him up to immediate death. We'll protect the Baron a little bit as well. I could have faded that, and I thought about it, but I decided not to. Maybe I'll look for... Yes, buff him. What could go wrong? I might fish for the damage buff. Okay, no redirects again. I could try and scythe this. I might delay and see how much damage we get. So I'm going to fade this turn, I think. Just heal up right quick. The accuracy? Meh.
Death predestined.
He does have 29 armor, which is a lot. That regen does help us out, though, in the grand scheme of things. Unfortunately, we do have to continue. Yep, I knew it. The one turn I was like, he hasn't redirected in a while. Maybe we won't have to redirect. He came after me. The stunt. Accuracy once more. But I slap.
Dance, bloody puppet.
Ah. I just realized he's going to explode, isn't he? Yeah, he's gonna explode, I think. Okay. This is a little awkward. If the spider venom ticks first, which it should, because it was applied first, then he's dead. If it ticks second, then he's not. Or... Actually, we should do this for science. I could dispel this, and then he would be dead for sure. But I'm pretty sure I can tank this. So I'm going to science this out. And see what happens. Okay, the spider venom went first. I called heads. I couldn't be anywhere near as excited as... What even was his name? Major. The Major. here. I don't know. Have a mark. The name that I really like saying the most is Herodacta. I really like that one. I'll see if I can remove his block with Zibun Golem. Perfecto. And then that.
Ashes to ashes.
Oh, bye.
Dust.
I kind of forgot you run away, but I don't care. Bye.
Mine is the winning side.
Also, I'm pretty sure I've stated this incorrectly before, so I want to make sure I get it right this time. Goodbye, Hawkeye. I hate you. You're a great character in Fullmetal Alchemist, but you're a terrible item. When an enemy escapes, you get the experience for it, but you don't get the parts as if you had killed them. Accuracy. No. What button did I just press? Wait, hold on. There's something I want to check. I don't even know how I got to this. Where is it? Oh, never mind. There's someone doing the work of the dark gods on the internet. And they're posting transparent images of enemies and creations, and I'm using them in thumbnails, and I really appreciate it. Like I said, they're doing the work of the dark gods. So, we have before us two paths. And I think we're taking... I kind of really want to hit this altar, just because the altars have been super good to us thus far. And we'll hit double Soul Spring, so our Fallen Dhampir can come out of the gate swinging. She's going to be strong. So I think we're going to go just north and ignore the rest of this. I don't want to hit a grave, it's a waste of time. This artifact could be cool, this artifact could be cool. Double rolling artifacts could be cool. But I think we're just going to go north. We're just going to keep it simple, stupid. That's how you win. 18, that wasn't a lot. Dwarven Berserker, Elite Dwarven Warrior, Geomancer, Elite Geomancer. Well, you know what that means.
It's no goal, but it will do.
Oh. Alright, I really wanted to use the Terrifying Visage, but we're going to pop this and hope that's enough. We are going to need... Oh. I want the... Don't get me wrong, I want the Warding Pendant equipped, but we are low on mana. I probably should get this so I can calcinate.
Through transformation, the will becomes...
Calcination is basically distillation, but for Iratus' mana. With the talent, we restore 40 mana per distillate per calcination, whereas by default it is 20. And you can get this, Calcination Mastery. Iratus gains 15 spell power for one battle after using calcination. I like this too. But I feel like Calcination Mastery is a late game talent. So we won't be getting that soon. We're going to be heading for Necromancy power. And hopefully we can use the double experience from this combat to get durable materials, so we all gain 8 more vigor. Because not dying is good. Unfortunately, because we did equip the Archmage's 69. Nice. Because we equipped the Archmage's Pendant, we do not have the ward. So Holford is going to need some protection immediately. But here are our new foes. Perhaps the deadliest foe of the second floor, the Geomancer. And I am scarred from fighting them. Just because they murdered my YOLO solo Fallen Dhampir brutally. They brutally murdered her. And I have yet to forgive them. So we're going to kill them. That's the plan. They are spell casters with no features. You can see the base one had 4 block and 4 ward. The elite one has 5 and 5, which at this point I've just kind of accepted. They do offensive magic thingy-majiggers. So we're going to set up this Geomancer to die. They do have, a defensive ability that provides additional additional armor, which scales incredibly well with the warriors, as you might imagine. They also have 2 offensive spells. That one you just saw, the AoE, it has a chance to stun, which is super annoying. What if I just kill you?
Death
Is this damage? No. But it's fine. You're dead anyway. And they also have an attack that, like, single-handedly murks people. I'm going to have to protect with Loth, which is unfortunate. But it is the situation we have found ourselves in. you hear Tinker? That's my dog. Yep. Yep. I saw that coming. Hopefully the curse gets the kill here so we heal a little bit.
Good.
Nope.
More materials. I didn't think it would be this easy.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and dispel. Low key, the best spell in the game.
End of magic.
And, oh, I should have slapped first. Oh, I couldn't. Never mind. I was going to say I should have slapped first, but if I had slapped, it would have ended the turn and my magic would have been consumed. Is there any world in which I take hits for Loth and don't die? Yes? No. Yes? No. I don't want Loth to die, but I don't want Holford to die either.
That used to be one of you.
I kind of saw that coming. Now we have a really hard time against the Elite Geomancer, because we can't just strip off all that freaking ward. I can interrupt stances through war, but that doesn't help me at all. Is he just going to solo my team? Damage? Damage! Alright, so Berserker's gone. I think I have to flee, actually. I'm thinking about this, and I think I run. That's why. So that is their multi-attack attack that reduces armor when it hits. As you can see, very annoying and very threatening to pretty much everyone here. Not even the Horned One could stand against that very long. It would take 4 turns to get through this magic, unless I warded someone. And, yeah, in case I marked someone with Holford and he hit them 4 times and it just pierced all of that. I think we run, team. I think we have to run. The Horned One, the third. We take 50% more damage. Is it? We take a lot more damage, but we made it.
Death has been denied. For now.
Now. Alright. Do we have another? We don't. So we got the Venom Spikes back, but we did not get the Armored Plates back. Oof. Oofta, as some people would say. We're going to use some mildly rare parts like that, I think. That looks good.
Weaving a web of death for my enemies has just gotten a whole lot more literal.
A whole lot more literal. We'll return her brain to her. And I don't have a name for her immediately. And I'm going to finish... I'm basically just going to repeat, right? Yeah. So Spiky. Impaler. Fatal Bondage. And Acid Spit.
Serve me well, my minion.
I went one more Vigor. Okay, I need more points. Wait, Dumpy uses Flesh as well, doesn't she? I should probably save that. Yeah. I should totally save that. It's probably fine. There we go. We'll do that. We'll do that. I'm gonna probably just make this then. We will make the steel spikes.
Behold my work.
It's unfortunate that it consumed a green armor, but this is the world we live in, I'm afraid. The brain is probably not going to see any use.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
Okie dokie. Unnamed Black Widow, you have a job to do, and it is a singular job. Oh, I wasted the tome. Ah, feels bad. Gidovets, you served me well. You gave me a great item. I'm sorry to have lost it thus. But I couldn't risk losing Holford and the Baron. They are too valuable. Congratulations on being dead.
Strength through pain.
Our positioning here is all sorts of messed up. But that's fine. Okay.
A predictable outcome.
Level 15 brain. Nice. We can save that for the Felon Dump here. Let's grab this final item from the Ancient Coffin and then call it a day. Ooh, another Cannibal Jaw. This is like the third or fourth one we've seen. As mentioned previously, 24 is a lot of stats. Downside of having to have one of your allies die can be purged. You know, you get the drill by now. The Hawkeye, terrible item. I hate it. Great character in Fullmetal Alchemist. Fully recommend watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood if you haven't seen it. It is classic. The Glutton's Tongue. This is actually a fascinating item. At the start of battle, increases damage dealt by 0.1% for each available part in the chamber of Iratus. This item scales damage higher than any other in the game, but you kind of have to plan for it. I mean, like, capped out excavation early, the scalpel from alchemy, and just hoarding parts like a madman. And as a gambling entrepreneur, I'm not really into hoarding parts. I like gambling. But I think I'm going to pick it up anyway, just because we have a jaw and I don't want a Hawkeye. Like, if I picked up the Hawkeye, it would be immediately distilled. But next time, we'll begin combat with a Dwarven Warrior Berserker Elite, Heavy Fire Thrower, and Elite Oracle. I need to look through my list of names, but Loth, the Demon Queen of the Drow, has fallen. And now, another Black Widow must rise to take her place. Do we have a name that can compete with the Demon Queen of the Drow? I don't know, but I'm going to check. And if you have another name for anything, really, feel free to leave it down below, and it will be added to the creation list DM, which houses all of my dark curses to be bestowed upon a minion when the time is appropriate. So thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. We have nearly completed the Dwarfen tunnels, and it went a lot faster than the mines. Like I said, we got a really small map. Like, these squished together maps, not very good for farming and taking your time. But that's fine. We've murdered our way through here, only lost one creation, and hopefully that does not increase as we approach the second new boss, the Mech Brothers Mario and Luigi, and we go against everything I know to attempt to claim the humanoium token that we are missing. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you tomorrow, which I think is New Year's Eve. Gonna be a good day, I hope. Bye-bye!